The weight of being chosen. They called me lucky. Every time someone learned I was adopted, that was the first thing they said. Lucky to be chosen, lucky to have a family, lucky to be saved. But luck never felt like love. I was 6 when I was brought into their home, a house that smelled of lemon polish and old books. My new parents were kind in the way people are when they're trying too hard. Smiles rehearsed, voices soft, like they were afraid I might break if they spoke too loud. For a while, I believed I'd finally found home. Then school started. The other kids didn't understand adoption. They asked questions that burned holes through my chest. Where are your real parents? Why didn't they want you? At first, I answered politely. Then I stopped answering altogether. At home, my mother corrected how I spoke, how I dressed, even how I sat. My father bought me things, toys, books, a shiny bike, but his eyes never softened. I learned to read his moods like weather, to speak only when it was safe. They meant well. I know that now. But love built from charity isn't love that lasts. By 13, I had perfected invisibility. I got good grades, stayed out of trouble, never gave them a reason to regret picking me. Still, I could feel it, the space between their affection and my existence. The first time I ran away, I didn't go far. Just to the park down the street. I sat under the same tree for hours, waiting for someone to come looking. No one did. When I finally went home, my mother hugged me so tightly I couldn't breathe. She cried and said I scared her. My father just said I needed to be grateful. That night, I realized something cruel and simple. They loved the idea of saving me more than they loved me. Years later, after I turned 18, I left for good. No fights, no drama. Just a note that said thank you for everything. I worked odd jobs, slept in a friend's basement, and learned what real survival meant. Not the kind where you fight to stay alive, the kind where you fight to stay yourself. There were days I hated being adopted. Days I hated myself for never fitting anywhere. But with time, I stopped seeing myself as broken. I wasn't unwanted. I wasn't a mistake. I was the result of choices. Some cruel, some kind, but all part of something bigger than rejection. I'm 27 now. I work at a youth shelter. Sometimes, when I meet kids with the same haunted eyes I used to have, I tell them what no one ever told me. You don't have to be grateful for surviving. You just have to keep going until surviving turns into living. Because being adopted doesn't mean being rescued. Sometimes it just means learning how to rescue yourself.